What's up, everybody? Welcome to the newest edition of Quick 5. Today is Thursday, April the 26th, which can only mean one thing. Football's back, but we'll get to that later. I'm saving that one for last, so stick around to the end if you want to hear about some football. So anyway, number one today, LeBron James had an all-time performance last night to put the Cleveland Cavaliers up 3-2. At the end of the game, in a tied game, LeBron turned it over. Then, on the next play, on the defensive end, had a block on Victor Oladipo, recovered the ball, called timeout, inbound to LeBron, buzzer-beating three with no time remaining to win by 3 points. There was some controversy to the game, though. After the game, Victor Oladipo was whining, "Oh, LeBron touched my arm on the block." It's like, well, it's grown man basketball. Maybe it was a goaltend, like some people say. I kind of believe that it was, but I also believe that the ball wasn't off of LeBron out of bounds. So it's almost like things happen in a game and it leads to the result. Oh no, sometimes sports happen. Get over it. He won. Oh well, end of story. LeBron finished with 44 points, 10 rebounds, and 8 assists on 58% shooting. Again, the fact that he has to score over 40 just for the Cavaliers to win by 3 on a miracle shot isn't very good for their long-term success, but hey, at least they're up 3-2 after being down 0-1 and 2-1, so it could be worse. Number 2, Russell Westbrook single-handedly saved the Oklahoma City Thunder's season last night, scoring 33 points in the second half to lead them to a 107-99 win. The Jazz were up as many as 25 points before Russell Westbrook decided to take over at the end, scoring 33 of his 45 points in the second half. Ended up with 45 points, 15 rebounds, and 7 assists, though he did have to take 39 shots to get there. But I mean, when nobody else is doing anything, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. People jab other people for not taking over games. Well, Russ did. Push off P, if you will, added 34 points and 8 rebounds. So the two highest scorers for the Thunder had 45 and 34. You know how much the third highest scorer had? Carmelo had 7. The Thunder are now still down 3-2 and travel to Utah in Game 6, where the Jazz can close out on their home floor. Donovan Mitchell was actually filmed by a fan on the way out of the game saying, "See y'all next year." So I guess we'll have to see what happens. I'm pretty excited about it. It should be a lot of fun. Number 3, the Houston Rockets had no trouble closing out the Timberwolves in Houston last night, winning the series 4-1 thanks to a 122-104 win. Clint Capella led all scorers on either team with 26 points, adding 15 rebounds, and James Harden had 24 points and 12 assists. Every single starter for Houston scored in double figures, while on the other side, Karl Anthony Towns was the only scorer to reach at least 20 points with 23 points and 14 rebounds. The Houston Rockets will face the winner of the OKC and Utah series, but I don't think that either of those teams will really pose much of a threat, though I hope they do. I hope it's a great series, but it still looks like the Rockets are very well poised to make the Western Conference Finals, where they would face the winner of Golden State and New Orleans. Number 4, the Toronto Raptors take a 3-2 series lead thanks to a 108-98 win at home over the Wizards. DeMar DeRozan had 32 points and Kyle Lowry added 17 for a combined 49 for the Raptors backcourt, while John Wall had 26 and Bradley Beal had 20 for 46 for the Wizards backcourt. So it was a heck of a game, but in the end it just wasn't enough for the Wizards to get a win on the road. They'll travel to Washington for Game 6 to where Toronto can close out, or Washington force a Game 7 back into Canada. So that should be a lot of fun. You won't want to miss that one. People will sleep on this Wizards-Raptors series. They don't show any of them on national TV for some reason, even though Toronto's the number 1 seed in the East and the number 2 overall seed. But that's none of my business, I guess. And number 5, what we've all been waiting for. Football's back, officially. Tonight is the first night of the NFL Draft. So what I want you guys to do, go on Twitter at ChaseGage1 and let me know who your favorite team is, who you want, what positions you need, whatever. And also, we need to talk about the Cleveland Browns, of course. They've got the number 1 and number 4 picks. They need a quarterback and a running back. My neighbor's home. They need a quarterback, running back, defense. They need a lot of things. They weren't that good recently, if you haven't noticed. They've won 1 game in the last 2 seasons. If you're the Cleveland Browns, what do? Do you take Sam Darnold? Do you take Josh Rosen? Do you take Josh Allen? Do you take Saquon Barkley? Do you take the quarterback at number 1 and take another position at number 4? Or do you take the running back at number 1 and let someone else choose your quarterback? Personally, I think you have to take the quarterback because running backs have such a low ceiling, honestly, in the NFL. They have the shortest careers of basically any skill position. Are you sold on any of these quarterbacks? Josh Allen, Josh Rosen, Sam Darnold, Baker Mayfield, Lamar Jackson? Personally, I like Josh Rosen. I'm not sold on any of the others. I think Sam Darnold has a pretty high ceiling in the NFL, but I think that Josh Rosen is going to be the best right straight out of the draft. I'm not sold on Josh Allen at all. He's never completed over 60% of his passes, and at this point, that's just a problem. Like, you're not going to be able to fix that, especially at the NFL level. Once he gets this high up, you're not going to be able to fix those kinds of problems. I do like Saquon Barkley, but I do think that the Giants will scoop him up at number 2. And as a Panthers fan, I really like Calvin Ridley out of Alabama. I think we need a good wide receiver threat for Cam Newton. So if he's still around by the time our pick comes up, that's who I hope we take. But let me know what you think. Who do you want for your team? What should the Browns do? Who's the best quarterback in the draft? Blah blah blah. Let's just talk about it on Twitter. It'll be fun. Or don't. You probably won't. You might not. Most people aren't even going to watch this. But who cares? Whatever. It'll be fun if you want to join in. Anyway, guys, that's all I got for today. So I'll see you guys next time.